here in Perfect on Mountain FM, your adventure station. Nearly Neil and the Solitary Band, a world-class Neil Diamond tribute band who has been performing and touring for over 2 decades, based out of Vancouver, Sydney, Australia. They have performed all over the world. They have won multiple awards, including the PME's Performer of the Year Award, and they have raving reviews, and now they are performing in Whistler tomorrow. And I am so privileged to be joined in studio with the band themselves. Please welcome Nearly Neil. Woohoo!
Woo!
Wow! That was so amazing, you guys! That was awesome. That was Nearly Neil. They're performing tomorrow in Whistler, and we're going to do Roads and Weather right after this song, and then we're going to chat with the band. That's coming up soon on Mountain FM.
Mountain FM.
Here in Whistler tomorrow, and I'm so excited to have them all here, crowded around my mics here in the Whistler studio. Hi guys, and thank you again so much for coming in.
Our pleasure.
Hi.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Anytime. I understand that you guys just came from the rain, right from your sound check right over here. So.
Yep, that's right.
How did that go? Was it cool?
Really good. Yeah, a wonderful crew here. Sound on stage is amazing.
Oh, good. Is this your first time actually playing in Whistler?
I'm not playing in Whistler, but playing for the Whistler Concert Series in Grand Fondo for sure.
Oh, nice. Where have you played in Whistler before? Like, how many years ago was that?
Oh, quite a few times we played here. I've played here as a solo show, and we've played here as a band at the Whistler Convention Center, as well as when they used to have the Crab Shack here.
Oh, yeah.
And, Buffalo Bills and a bunch of venues around town.
Fairmont.
Fairmont,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, cool. So Whistler is nothing new. You guys are like locals here, because you guys actually your home base is Vancouver. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
And also in Sydney, Australia.
I do go to Sydney every year. Yeah.
Every
for a couple
year.
months, yeah.
Cool. But you've toured all around the world. Where are some of the shows that you've played for? Like you were just in the Netherlands, I think, this summer.
I was in Holland, did 2 shows there, and I was in Italy, and I did a show in Italy as well.
Gosh, how was that?
It was
so beautiful.
amazing. I'd never been there before, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was in Tuscany, so it was even better.
Bucket list show for you, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, so cool. Well, we're so excited to have you here in Whistler and playing for free. People need to take advantage of you being here. That's tomorrow, and it's in the afternoon. It's right when people come in from that Grand Fondo race. They're going to come enjoy the live music. I believe you have 2 different times. 1:45.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's right. 1:45 to 2:25, and 3 o'clock to 3:40
Nice.
at the Whistler Olympic Plaza.
Perfect. We will see you there then. So I wanted to know, this is kind of cool because you guys are obviously a Neil Diamond tribute band. You know, that's who you encompass. But the thing is you're not just singing along to a back vocal. Like, as we heard live, you are singing all your shows. That is your voice, which is unreal. And your backup band, like, that's so awesome. You guys are all coming in with these. So how long have you been singing in your life?
I've been singing, for 30 years for sure. I've been doing this show for 24.
Oh, wow.
So, this band has been together for 12 years now.
Yeah.
So, it just is such a pleasure to play a great songbook of great tunes. And we don't just do Neil Diamond. We're going to do some other stuff tomorrow too.
Oh, cool.
Some stuff from the same era, and some Canadian classics as well, and a couple of new tunes like Ellen McFay and stuff.
Oh, cool. Because I was wondering, because you've been doing this for almost 2 decades. You probably started as this tribute, but you've probably worked in some of your own style as a musician and bringing in all these different styles. So that's cool.
Yeah, we did that and brought in other songs. We also took some liberty with some of the Neil Diamond arrangements to make them our own. So some of the songs, although really feel and sound a lot like Neil Diamond, there's little subtle changes that make them ours.
And that's so important too, is to make those changes, and it's you up there. That's cool. So I think a lot of people probably have this question. You probably answered this so many times. How did this start? Like, how did you just, I'm going to do this? Like, where does this story from?
Well, I grew up in Port Coquitlam, and a dinner theater opened up in my hometown, and I ended up getting a job in the dinner theater. It's called Maz and Me's, and we had to impersonate somebody for a part of the show, and I said I was going to do Tom Jones. And somebody said, "Doesn't Tom Jones sing Sweet Caroline?" And I said, No, that's Neil Diamond. And out my mouth, and I went, "Sweet Caroline." And they kind of looked at me funny and said, "Maybe you should do him." And it was a party trick for a while, and then a full-time job.
Wow, and then you went into totally doing that. That is super cool. So, what do you typically find from people all over the world? What is their general reaction when they come and see you live? How do they feel when they see you?
They're really excited. They're always excited to hear the songs. I think that they're most surprised at how committed we are and how well we do our performance. I think that kind of shocks people. They walk in not knowing what to expect, and they walk out going, "Wow, it exceeded my expectations." That's sort of the vibe that I get usually, no matter where we go.
Well, that's what I was kind of reading online from all your fans. Is like people are so blown away, and they have like these raving reviews from you guys, and then people want to keep seeing you. And I always see the comments on your posts, when are you coming here? When are you coming here? So that must mean the world to you guys.
Absolutely.
That is so awesome. And it's actually, I was curious about this because it was only this past January that Neil Diamond himself, he said he was no longer going to be touring himself, of course due to Parkinson's. So I wanted to know how that kind of affected your show.
It actually affected me personally. I was on tour in Australia at the time, and he was expected to come right to the area that I was to start his concert series. And when he made the announcement, all the people that had bought tickets for his show had to get refunded. And my audience numbers went from 300 people to 900 people on my tour. It was significant how it affected the show, and they all really just wanted a place to commiserate and, you know, get together for the loss of their idol and celebrate by listening to the music, which that affected me greatly, and now my tribute has become a little bit more emotional than it used to be.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I bet it has a little bit more meaning now because of this. So I bet you've learned a lot about Neil Diamond through the years. Do you know any crazy facts about him because you've kind of had to, learn all his music? Do you know anything random because of it?
Yeah, there's a really funny story. Well, not really that funny, but it's funny sort of because of how unusual it is. He wanted to release Shiloh, the song, and his record label refused to do it. And so he changed record labels and released the song and changed some of the lyrics so that it wouldn't be the same. And as soon as they released their song, the other record label released the same song again. And they also bombed a club that Neil Diamond was about to play in. So yeah, it's crazy New York sort of
my God.
music scene.
Wow, you never hear like the insides of that. Like that's like a little dramatic.
So oddly enough, there's two versions of Shiloh that are just slightly different on the radio, and they both play.
Would people listening catch those difference, or do you think you really have to listen to those?
You have to listen because it's more of a lyric change
Oh.
in the second verse, and that's the only real difference between the two.
That's so bizarre. That's so cool. Awesome. What is your favorite songs to perform? Does everyone kind of have a different favorite?
I'll let you guys take that.
Starting with Marlow.
Oh. Well, to be honest, Sweet Caroline, I think.
Sweet
Overall,
Caroline.
yeah. I find when we
Yeah.
hit that song, it's like, okay, watch what's going to happen to the crowd now, always. And I immediately lose myself in that. So
Yeah.
definitely that song.
That's the song. Well, I think that's the song that everyone knows the lyrics to. It's like everyone in the audience, they suddenly, their neighbor next to them, they may not know them, it may be a stranger, but now you're clapping and you're singing along. So
That's
like,
right.
that must bring smiles to all your faces.
For sure.
Everybody
For sure.
knows that song, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
You were saying though off the air you have a totally different song that you love performing. Which one was that?
I love Holly Holy. Yeah, it's my favorite. It's it's always been my favorite since the very beginning. A little emotional roller coaster ride that starts so simply on acoustic guitar and gets really big and powerful and almost orchestral.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming into the studio. I think everyone needs to go see you guys live again tomorrow. They can't miss it. You guys have two different times. The first one, of course, is 1:45. Where can we check out you guys all on social media? Do you guys have a page where we can follow you? Are you guys going to be releasing more music? Or
You can check out nearlyneil.com. We have videos on YouTube as well. You can check that out. I'm sure that once you go to our site and see everybody's name, you could Google us all and find out. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you guys coming in. See Nearly Neil tomorrow. The whole band is going to be out. Rockin' Whistler Olympic Plaza. Free outdoor concert series. Take advantage of it tomorrow. And thank you guys again so much for coming in. And we are going to play a live song that you guys did. A little Sweet Caroline, Marlo's favorite. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.